watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time. You are watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time. You are watching Melody Lane.
That's so weird. Hello everyone.
With me you're gonna have a great crafting time. You are watching
Oh my gosh.
Melody Lane.
That's so weird. Hello everyone. It just keeps hello. Oh my gosh. Can you guys keep hearing the melody intro playing? Because it's turned off. Keeps hello. And it keeps playing. Oh my gosh. Can you guys keep hearing the melody intro playing? Because it's turned off. Keeps hello. And it keeps playing. Oh, maybe. No. Can you guys keep hearing the melody intro playing? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to stop me. Oh, maybe. Is it better now? Is it better now? Hopefully. Hello everyone! That was crazy. It just kept playing the melody intro over and over again. I'm like, it's not turned on. What's going on? Hopefully it's better now. It was coming through the computer and it just kept replaying it and replaying it. So, it's like truly a Monday here. Happy Monday, everyone! Hello, hello! That was so funny. I was like, I'm stuck in a melody loop and I don't know how to stop it. It just kept playing that intro. I'm gonna dream about that intro tonight. Oh, hi, Jamie, Sue, Gloria, Lisa. Why is my chat being all crazy already? Okay. Lisa, did I say Gloria? I did say Gloria. Gail. Gloria, Gail, Gloria. Rebecca, Heather, Martina. Rebecca, again. Ooh, and we're jumping. Expressions Craft Studio, hello. And Trisha. Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Monday. I don't know how your guys' weather is there, but it is a scorcher here. We finally got heat here now. Said earlier my animals wanted to go outside. They like put their nose outside and they were like, no, we're good. We'll just stay inside. How is everybody's week so far? Hope you guys all had a good weekend. Couldn't find your... Oh, thanks, Gloria. Thanks. I'm all warm because everything was working all crazily and like the OBS and everything. And I'm like, I look like I'm tan, but I'm really not. I'm just red because I was like stressed. It's like instant tan. Oh, very warm in Ontario, Joanne. Yeah, so much of the US is hot, especially the Midwest, I know. Lots of heat. Hello, Rhonda, Jean, and Lucinda. A great weekend, not in Texas. Oh, too funny. So today we're gonna, so in Crafting Life today, what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if you guys have seen, I know a lot of our Patreon supporters have seen it, but I made a deer lantern and I used wood veneer and everything, and I wanted to make a 4th of July lantern with kind of the same base, but I'm gonna kind of change it a little bit so it has more panels, because I was gonna do wood and then I'm like, I kind of really want to make it red, white, and blue for like USA too, but I'm gonna do it in red, white, and blue, but you could easily cut it in wood panels and do the wood veneer if you want, which is how I did the deer one, which let me show. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my deer one here. Go ahead and go to where'd my deer picture go? There it is. Okay, so this is the deer. I'm just gonna make sure it comes to you. You guys can see this before I go into this, because it's acting crazy. Okay, we're good. This is the deer lantern I made here. I cut it with the Venture, but you could cut it with the Maker 3 also, or anything that cuts the wood veneer. So you got many options there. And you could make it smaller if you wanted to too, depending on how big you wanted to make it. But on this, I used Cricut craft board, and then I used the vellum for the window panels, and then we put the Cricut wood veneer over the top. Thank you. So we're gonna do something like this. And when I did this, I just put this together. I never made a video on how to put it together. So it's great that we can go ahead and now I can do the video, and then I'll be putting this together. I'll actually be doing this Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we'll have the video, so you'll put them together the same way, even though they'll be a little different. As I was thinking about this, I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I kept changing how I was doing it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go into Design Space here. And this is what my panel from that deer lantern looks like. And I did the arches. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, I don't really want arches, because I really want to do like a flag or stars and stripes or something. So I've created it here with the panels, but then I also was like, what if we did like rectangles instead for the panels? So they'll have both, because I do have a blank lantern available, which is just like this, and then you can go ahead and add pieces and weld them to the sides of what you'd like. But we're gonna go ahead and work with the square one, I believe. So my thoughts, when I think 4th of July, I think, okay, I need fireworks, something needs to say USA. Did I say stars and stripes? You need stars and stripes, right? Like a flag. What was my other thing? Oh, like an eagle. An eagle would be great. Which I seen a bald eagle the other day. In the middle of the road, it got hit. I was like, we were driving by and we were like, oh my gosh, that's a bald eagle. We were on our way to Illinois and I was like, that's awful. And it was so big. Yeah, 1776 is another thing I thought of too, Gail, the year. So let's go ahead. What I did is, I just made this all from shapes. So I just created for this, I just took and made a rectangle. And then I added these trapezoid pieces. I mean, it's in shapes. It's a trapezoid, right? Right, Jamie? It was stuck in a loop. I added these trapezoids here and then added score lines also to go ahead and fold it. So let's go ahead first and look for some images. So if you look over here, depending on if you're on beta or live, which there is an update of beta that just happened. So if you haven't updated today, I literally updated right before the live. You can see it looks a little different over here. And when we click on images, we now have the images on like the slide out panel. So they're right here. So we can go ahead and just add them to the canvas, and you don't have to go back to the other screen, which is really cool. Sheila, are you saying you don't love the song? Before we go into images though, I will show you something a little different how they moved it. Before on the left here, we also had a button for the editable images and the phrases. Well, now those are going to go into filters. So under filters here, now you can filter for the editable images and phrases. They're no longer a button on their own here. You can work in either one, Gail. You can work in either one. Sometimes there's features that become available in beta before they go in live. So if you're looking to work with new features, then go ahead and do that in beta. But if one's giving you a problem, then just always switch to the other one. Oh, where's my phone? All right, so let's go ahead and look for a flag. Okay, so did I put in flag? Is it not working? There we go. Okay, so now we have these over here, and the list goes on and on for quite a while. I'm just going to show real quick before I go ahead and actually find the image I'd like. You get tons of options here. You get hundreds of them, but if you would like to go back to the old screen, say there's more options you want to see, or maybe you just are like, oh, I like to see it all on one big screen. If you go to the bottom here under advanced search, then it will take you back to the screens that you are used to looking at previously in here. And then you can go ahead and filter over here as well. But let's go back. I like this little slide out thing because lots of times I like to add a bunch to canvas, especially when I'm looking for like details. And sometimes when they're little, you can't see the details. So we'll like add them to the canvas and then be like, oh no, I don't want to do that one. Well, now you can just add them here and then easily delete them if you want. Hi, Deborah. Hello. This is version 8.3. Hold on. I will show you right here what version we're on. We are now on 8.36.62. And that's in the beta. Yes, and the pop out is also for the shapes also. So if you go to shapes, you will get the same thing where it pops out right here. So for this flag, I want something simple. I'm looking to do stars and stripes. I don't know if it's going to be a full flag or do like, I was thinking maybe do like the stripes on the bottom and then the upper half do the stars. But let's just see what we can find here. Like this, I could add stars too. Let me add this one here. Which I'm kind of thinking to do that so it's not kind of like a sideways flag. I could size this and take and weld just a square to it and then add stars to the top so we had like stars and stripes. That's a possibility, but let's keep looking. Oh, and you can also bookmark right here too. So you can go ahead and bookmark them if you want. And if it's a image you have to pay for, if it's not part of Access or something, you'll see on here the cost for the image also. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie just put the latest versions of DS. Well, that's cute. It's not, I don't need that, but I like that. I'm gonna bookmark him. Uncle Sam Gnome. I could have put in United States flag and probably got more, but I really think I can work with this piece. So let's go ahead and work with this. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this because I want to resize it. And I'm just going to pull it to match my panel piece there. Which, I'm going to ungroup this. I'm going to ungroup that. And then I can see this is 2.7 inches wide. 2.7 wide by 7.89. So I can just make this the same. That was pretty darn close. 7.89? Yeah, 7.89. There we go. And now we have that, and I'm thinking we could just add stars to it this way. Do you guys think I should just add stars to it this way, or should I take like a square, put it over it, weld it, and then cut stars out of it here? I'd still cut stars out of it right here. But do you think I should do like top half stars, bottom half stripes, or actually do the flag like it is? I think just add the stars. Okay, let's just go to shapes and grab a star. Okay, just add stars. We will do that. Just gonna color it here so I can see it. I don't know why I made the base purple. I guess I was just feeling purple. It's not really, the base isn't gonna be purple. That would make no sense. And then we can just go ahead and duplicate and add some more stars. We're not gonna do 50 stars though, because that would be teeny, 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 tiny. Like that. feel like I can get one more in there. Do I want them lined up? Do I want them staggered? Then let's duplicate. I could pull this down though. I can definitely get another one in here. 13 stars could be good too for the 13 colonies, but you're gonna get pretty little with that. It just doesn't look as right. Trying to get the proper placement here. I could turn some too so they're not all perfect. Go out to the corner here and rotate them. So many options. Should we make some different size maybe? Should some be bigger? Yeah, I think that maybe. Oh yeah, you could use vinyl, but I'm going to be slicing it out. So these will this will be cut through and the light will come through where the stars and stripes are. Speaking of vinyl, have any of you tried Cricut's Value Vinyl yet? It's my favorite vinyl to work with. Like, it's so easy. Well, when I first played with it, I was like, are we sure this is Value? Like, did they send the right thing? Because this is better. Hi, Louise! Okay. I feel better that these three are bigger. Sorry, we'll move on from these quickly. And these are smaller. Okay, I think that looks good there. So, think about this. First, I'm going to slice. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to I'm going to connect all my stars here. So I'm just holding shift and selecting all of those. And I want to slice those through. But instead of slicing one by one, if I go ahead and weld these together, then I can take this as one piece and then I can take the stripe part and I can go ahead and slice it. Actually, I just want to use subtract, because I want it to just cut out where the red stars are. There we go. So now we have this piece here, which this will cut out, and then you will have the light come through for the stars and stripes. And then thinking as I do this, because originally we would do the veneer piece over the top, but I'm wanting to do red, white, and blue panels. So I'm going to do this a little different. So first I'm going to create, oh, do I want this in the middle? I have to think that too. Let's go ahead and finish our other two panels, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you how we're going to slice through and add the fronts of the panels. So now let's look for, Gail, you have to weld them. If you unite them, you won't be able to slice them as one, like that. Alright, so we got flags. Oh, we need fireworks. So we need one for fireworks. Which I like to find lots of different fireworks for this. Oh, and I don't want pieces that are too thin. We could add several here. That one could cut pretty good. And this is where I really thought about it, because I was like, if you put those wood veneer, like the pieces over the panels, you're not going to connect these fireworks because they have such little edges. So it'd be better to have the full panel on this part and then cut through, and then the light comes through where the fireworks are, if that makes sense. I'm going to add several here and just see which ones work. Does anybody set off fireworks? Do big fireworks shows? I like to go watch other people set off fireworks, but we don't. We'll get a little something because my son likes to light them, but we don't do too much. So many are so similar, but just a little different. I'm gonna add this because I may add just a couple of these stars throughout it too. Because I can go ahead and contour out those circles if I want. Time is flying. Let's get these here. I know I looked earlier and I found one that I really liked for like the bottom. Okay, let me go over here. Unlock this. Where did it go? There we go. There are some fireworks here I found. Let me go ahead and pull these over. Thanks, Lucinda, for that. Yeah, if you guys could give us the thumbs up. Oh, I never thought of that, Gail. How it's so dry there, so fireworks can be dangerous. Okay, here's some fireworks when I was going through that I found. I'm just gonna ungroup those. And I don't think I need this one. Go ahead and delete that one. I do like this one though, for like kind of like ground effects, I think. I think that would be really neat. Those little pieces around the stars are little, but we could contour those out if we need to. Bring this one down. I just think the thicker lines are gonna cut better. Oh my gosh, Gloria, that is so funny. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna do that for my husband when he turns 50. Your chariot awaits. Gloria said she made a card for her friend's 60th birthday with it said your chariot waits with a walker. That is so funny. Okay, so let's do that one at the bottom. This one here to put, the bigger the space, the more light that's gonna come through too. So that's something I'm thinking of as I'm trying to place these. This one's cute, but it's much smaller in regards of oh yes, the puppies. The doggies definitely do not like the fireworks. I said puppy and here comes Lucy. Did you hear me, Luz? Talk about, well, I didn't talk about you. Okay, let's try that, and then let's try some of the star here. So the star, I don't want the whole thing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and contour out and take out all these circles here. I could have just done hide. I'm thinking now that I'm doing it this way, I should have just hit all contours and then just chose those two. Like that. All right. Oh, and then I gotta figure out what order I want the panels in. That's a whole nother thing. Contour out the middle of that, so it'll cut the whole thing. There we go. And then I'm just going to add some of these throughout. So I just want to get as much light through as I can. That's funny you say that, Gloria, because when I come in, I say, Lucy, I'm home! To the dog. She usually knows I'm home before, you know. Every once in a while I'll catch her off guard and I sneak in and then she's surprised. But usually she's at the door waiting for me as I'm walking up. Me and my symmetrical brain drives me crazy sometimes. Hi Irma, glad you could join. I like these little tiny cuts. I'm gonna contour this. I'm gonna hide all contours and then I'm just gonna do the stars in this part because those as little as it's gonna be, I'm scared that it's gonna be tiny and it won't really show any light through. Hi Paralita. Yeah, right, Jamie? Trying to do things randomly placed is like the hardest thing. Why is random so difficult? Go ahead and make this a little bigger. It was like therapy when I decorated and I was like, I'm gonna put one thing on this side that's not on that side, because I used to do that. I decorate and like, say I have a shelf on the left or the right of the entertainment center, I had the exact same thing on each thing going down because it had to match. But I'm like, it doesn't have to match, it's okay. Oh, Paralita, you were just in Chicago. How was your visit? Okay, now we have all these chosen, so I'm gonna go ahead and add these. I'm gonna hold shift and, oh, nope, not that one. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one. I'm gonna go ahead and group this and hide it. Okay, so now I can go ahead and grab this and all these pieces, hold shift. Oh. Don't want that one. And we're going to do the same thing we did last time. So we want to slice through. So we're just going to go ahead and weld all of these together as one. And then we're going to be able to slice through. So we have one more panel we need to do. Let me change the color of this. That's just driving me bonkers. We'll just do this as white for now. Let's change our canvas color here. So we go down here to canvas and up to color. And let's just make this. Ugh. I don't know why. I'm like, none of these colors look right. They just don't go. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Chicago is fun. There is lots to do. Okay, so one more, and then we need... Oh, we did stars and stripes, so we need, like, USA. Maybe with the eagle in USA. Let me... scroll down. That is... So I looked at eagles and I found these two that were really neat. Okay, I found these two that were really neat, and I thought this one was really cool. I liked how the stars were cut out of it, but that is the... I don't think it's going to work well because it's just so wide and those stars would be so little. So one thought was this one, but as one piece. Because maybe we could do... Should we do the eagle on top and then USA? Or should we do the eagle on the bottom with USA? This one's really neat, but it's just... So you could unite it. I think those stars are going to be so teeny tiny. Put it at the bottom. Okay. So let's do this, but first, you see how this is two different pieces? I want to get this as one actual piece, so it's because it's going to cut out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup it first. Eagle landing on... Oh, that's a good idea. Hold on. Eagle landing on the U. That's kind of perfect. Okay. Good idea, Gail. Good idea. Okay. Did I ungroup it? I did ungroup it. Did I not? There we go. Okay, so now I have the two separate pieces, so I'm just going to zoom in here. And I want to bring this down so it touches. And I want to weld it, but I also want to contour this part out first, just because it has the eyeball in the middle. That's not going to be able to happen. So I think, actually, contour out the beak too, even. So it's more of like the silhouette of them. Did we do it there? And we can either have the eye out like that, but I think I would just fill that in, so it's more like a silhouette. Like that there. And then now we can go ahead and weld these together, so it'll be one piece. Yeah, the eagle on the eye, right? Or the U, the eagle on the eye. And that did not touch. You can see... I was going to zoom in more, but this is perfect to show you. I didn't, if you see the line there, it is not connected. So it was just a little too far away. So I'm just going to undo that. Hopefully. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull this down a little bit more. There we go. And then we can go ahead and weld it again. There we go. Whoops. Why is this? Don't need that. Okay, so we'll have this up here. We'll get that in place after we get the USA and resize that. So then let's look. We just want some blocky. Let's go to text now. And I'm just going to build each letter separately, going down. What is a good... I know varsity is a big chunky font. That might work good for this. Just make this red so we can see it good. Oh, your puppy has the zoomies. What kind of puppy do you have, Trisha? Hi, Margot. Go ahead to the side here and rotate it. Well, we'll get it sized everything in a second once I figure out what I'm doing with this. Well, these will want to connect to the side too. Unless... I'm thinking here. I'm thinking... Because I could do it where this one is all full panels, and then this is just cut out of the middle. I think I'm going to do that. Then we'll have the two opposite ones. We'll have one where it's not cut out full panel, and you just have with the vellum, and so we'll have two different ones. So let's do that. So we have a U, and then let's do an S. Make that one red too. Oh, Chihuahua. Oh, Chihuahua's a Schnauzer. She's only 15 weeks old. Oh my goodness. I love it, Trisha. Her teeth, little sharp razor blades. I can't believe how... I haven't had a puppy in a long time. I couldn't believe how sharp the little teeth were. My hands were all scraped up, and when she lost those puppy teeth, I was like, oh, okay, this is okay. It doesn't last forever. It was just those teeth are little razor blades. All right, get that up some. And then I kind of want them a little chunkier, so I think I'm going to go ahead and offset each one of these letters. Not much though, just a little bit like that there. And apply. I think that's good. Yeah, very sharp. She draws blood. Good thing is when she gets rid of those, it'll be so much better. And then I'm going to offset each one of these. One thing I love about offset too when you use it, you don't have to adjust it each time. It will stay to what you had set it on for the previous one. I'll change the size of these in a second. Are you guys excited to watch the Olympics? Does anybody like watching the Olympics? I'm excited it's in Paris too. I'm excited to see how they do the Eiffel Tower and everything. Okay, so if we place, before I get the sizing of this, I just want to mess with my sizing of my eagle here. Which even... maybe like that. Which I do want to contour. There's a couple little tiny stars in here. I'm just going to contour those out right now with the eagle. I like watching some of the things, like the gymnastics. I love to watch the gymnastics. And you can't really stagger you. Can you stagger USA? You think it should be USA straight going down, or do you think I should move the eagle and the U over a little bit and then like stagger so USA is offset? That seems weird though, don't it? I feel like I can't. I feel like USA has to be in a row. And to get it center, I can just click on here, hit my panel, and then align center horizontally. Oh yeah, diving. Diving is really good to watch too. They are brave. I'm like, there is no way. Just no way. I'm gonna go ahead and align that again. Have you guys ever seen a person on the Royal Caribbean ships? They have like a diving show. And have you ever seen the girl that dives? I seen it. It was like a reel on Instagram or something. And it's her standing there on the top. And then she shows where she has to jump in the pool. And I'm like, there is no way. It's not a huge pool. And you're like super, super high in the air. Oh, beach volleyball. I forget about that too. They keep adding new sports too. I don't know if they did this year, but last Olympics there was several new ones, like skateboarding and some other stuff I can't do. I don't know what to... Alright, I'm just going to hit all these. I want to make sure they're aligned. And then align center horizontally. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Now we know they're all in a row. And then I'm going to cut this all out. I'm just going to get my eagle size just like so. Gail said I can't do any of it anymore. I love watching figure skating in the Winter Olympics. Okay, so again, I'm going to go ahead and weld these all as one. And then we're going to be able to cut it through. Now, what did I want to duplicate before I did this? I was thinking of this earlier, and I was like, don't forget. And I'm gonna forget. Oh, it's just one of these. I need to duplicate one of these. I'm pretty sure. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and slice through. Nope, not that one. Now we just have to find the piece. Let me think about this. What I'm slicing. Oh yes, that's what I was gonna do. I don't really need to just slice through this black piece. What I really need to do is slice through the white piece, but I want to turn this black piece into a guide so I know where exactly to put this piece. So I'm just going to go up here to operation and then go ahead and turn it into a guide, and then that's going to tell me right where to put this. So then I can choose that, the white piece, and then I'm just going to go ahead and subtract. So I'm left with the panel there. And as I'm looking at this, I'm going to have to... Oh, I need that. If it cuts out, these are free floating, so I was going to... Hold on. Oh yeah, save. Definitely need to do that. Do that in a second when I remember. I changed up how I was going to do this like 3 times in my head. That sliced through there, but then I was going to bring in the piece. Hold on, let's undo that. Okay. Oh, glad you came in. This one I changed it. Usually I did it the other way, and I'm thinking of doing it backwards. So I'm thinking how I wanted to... When I thought of this, it was... We'll come back to that one, but let's go ahead and go to... Oh, because the whole panel is going to come over the top. That's what it is. Yeah, I was going to slice through that piece. But I wasn't thinking of the opposite. Hold tight here, guys. Let me play with this. First, let me duplicate this piece. I always like to duplicate another piece before I have to slice in case I'm like, nope. And then every once in a while, the undo button doesn't work, so I just like to make sure. But let's go ahead and align these center. And then we can go ahead and... There we go. Then we can go ahead and slice. This piece. That is the piece we want there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. Don't need that either. There we go, and that is gonna go there. Yeah, that's not gonna go there. Yeah, and there's also Cricut code Cricut 10CP also. Hold on, let me go back. Hello, Alex. Oh, it's not gonna let me go back. Oh, it's letting me go back. That's just the same as that. Okay. We're gonna do that again. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this piece again first. And then go ahead and center this. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and slice this again because I deleted the wrong piece. Okay, so now we're gonna delete this piece, which matches that piece. And we can go ahead and contour here. Which I don't know if those outside lines are gonna matter because I'm gonna end up welding them. So, but I'm just gonna go ahead and grab them. Nope, not that one. Just these little pieces here. I think that's good. Okay, there we go. Now we have this piece. Now we can go ahead and slice this piece through here. Which I can go ahead and drag this a little bigger too. So I'm gonna unlock it. There we go. Yeah, so true, Gail. Just always duplicate. Especially when you're working on a lot of projects, you're doing a lot on there, lots of slicing, lots of duplicating and all that. It can freeze up more. So that's what I love to always just duplicate. Alright, I'm just going to hide that for now. Okay, so we got that piece in place. We're going to slice through in a second. Let's go ahead and move to the fireworks here. So I'm going to do the same thing I did previously. I'm going to turn this piece into a guide. So I just need to know where to set it. Then I can bring my fireworks over. Unlock. Stretch it a little bit. That looks good there. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for this one. We've welded this so we have one piece. Go ahead and turn the rectangle here into a guide. Oh, there's like this line here. What's that? Okay, now we have that. We can go ahead and slice through. So I'm going to take the fireworks here, click the big rectangle, and subtract. Yeah, I do. I have some random score lines popping up there. Send that to the back. And then we're going to do the same thing here with the USA. So grab that, select that, and then subtract. Triangle lantern. No, it's like the deer lantern, Alex. So it's got three. This is just one panel, but there's actually two panels. So it looks like three, but there's actually 6 sides. Although a triangle lantern sounds pretty cool. And then I'm going to send this to the back. And then last, we just need to slice this, our stars and stripes. So we'll grab that and then subtract it. There we go. So now we have our panel here. That is all set. Now you're going to duplicate this, so you're going to have 2 of them. And that's going to give you the 6 sides. Where did my score marks go? Oh, there we go. And now that we've sliced all those through, now we can go ahead and attach. What's up for? I got to figure out where this line of attached. There we go. Just hunting for that one. I can go ahead and delete that because that was just an extra set there that I didn't need. Oh, and then my little mark there. When I did spacing, how I did the spacing to make sure I got the spacing the same in between all these lines here is I just created a little line. I just did the silver metallic marker because it shows up good. It's a little thicker. And then I'd set it and make sure I had the spacing right between each ones. Because actually, when I pulled up my deer lantern earlier, I was like, my one section, like this section was way thicker than this section on mine. And I was like, how did I do that? So I went ahead and grabbed that, which I can go ahead and, that's the line there. I can go ahead and hide that. And then everything else here we want to attach. So then when it cuts, it has the score lines. I'm just going through the guides here. And remember, your guides won't cut, they won't print or anything on there. So even if they show on there, it's okay. So we have that piece done. Now you could just do this all one color. Say you wanted it white. I thought of two different things here. One is, thank you, Jamie, for the reminder to save. One is you could keep it all white. You could do colored vellum on the inside, which I need to check my vellum and see if I have red and blue. Because you could do red vellum behind one, white vellum or blue vellum, and then the lantern would be like red, white, and blue through the see-through part. Or you could just cut whole panels. So say we went to shapes, grabbed a square here, and now for this you'd want to cover the whole panel, which the panel is going to go from score mark around. So this is one panel here. So you could unlock that. And then you could slice through and then say do red, white, and blue. I think it would look really cool though if I could do the colored vellum. Yeah, I tried that, Jamie, with, oh, alcohol markers. Okay, I did alcohol ink and it just didn't turn out well. But I think it's the alcohol ink I have, honestly. I got it off of Amazon. It's not great. But we could take and then slice that through and then have the panels be red, white, and blue. What are we thinking? I think I would like to do the vellum colored. I think do this white, or you could take, instead of doing these panels in red, white, and blue, you could just cut them out of wood veneer. So you would slice it through and get the opposite piece. I'm gonna have to order some alcohol markers, Jamie. Definitely. Because I know I don't have the markers. I do have the inks. I think I like the idea of it being white and then the vellum being red, white, and blue. I think it'll be a little too much to be like each panel red and then white and then blue, but you could do that also. So at this point we can leave it like this because our vellum pieces, I'm gonna show you more of the project up here. And then here's the rest of the pieces for the lantern. So these white pieces here are actually, it says red and green. That's because I did a Christmas one also. Oh yes, the printable vellum. Mine would have lines in it because of my printer, but yes. So these are going to be vellum. So I will change these to colors red and blue. I'm pretty sure I have all the colors still. I need to look at that. But red, white, and blue. And then these are going to go at the top. Actually, I'll have to cut out something of this too. We're running, it's almost an hour in, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. I haven't decided what I'll do up here. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But these are the second section. So it's the tier that goes on top. And then maybe like just stars and like a wave of stripes and a star kind of coming out would be neat. But I'll go ahead and play with that. And then these are the different pieces here. The handles out of the top. I just do it 2 pieces because you glue them together and it's stronger so that handle stays up. But when I did my deer one, I cut these pieces all out of craft board here. Oh yeah, just large stars. That's true, Jamie, because it's a little section too. So it's not that big, so that would be great to just make it solid and just cut out little stars. And then you could put the vellum up there also in red, white, and blue. Ooh, I like that. and then the top cover. But this is one of the projects that's available. The deer lantern, there's a Christmas lantern, and then the blank lantern. Blank? Yeah, blank lantern is available to all of our Patreon supporters. Trisha, I'm going to cut, so the main part, I am going to use craft board. So for these, which I'm going to duplicate, there's going to be 2 of those. So as it goes around, it'll be 2 different ones like that, and they'll connect on the side with the tabs there. But I'm going to cut out a craft board. You could use just Cricut cardstock if you want, but the craft board just gives it enough strength to use. And people, if you haven't used craft board, a lot of people think it's like way thicker, like poster board, and it's not. It's very, I love to work with it, especially on like cards that have a lot going on, because it just adds more weight to it. It's a sturdier, it's like sturdier cardstock to me. Hi Scott, how are you? Glad to see you in here. Scott, everyone, is an amazing artist. He is, if you guys know Alex's friend that does the Comic Cons and everything, he's an artist, and he's phenomenal. Like, he paints things that people think just like the computer made, because it's that good. But go check out his art. Scott, what is your Scott Spillman art, right? You guys have to go check out his art, especially if you guys, anybody in your family's horror movie fans. In my hallway here, I have some of his art hanging, his Beetlejuice and everything, because I have a Beetlejuice striped stairway. But he's so good. And hello to Becky, Scott, if Becky's there. Okay, so we have those finished, and then this is basically, we'll go ahead on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. There we go, Alex. ScottSpillman.com. You guys, please check him out. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal. But we'll go ahead. You can join us Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll go ahead and put this together. I'll go ahead and add some stars to cut out here. I'm going to get up right now and check and make sure I have red, white, and blue vellum. White is actually clear, but I found these little pinwheels too that I could have added. But thank you guys for joining. I will see you guys. Join me Wednesday, 8 p.m. in the chat. And you guys have a good week. Stay cool wherever you are. It's just so hot everywhere the whole week until, I think, Tuesday here. It's like upper 90s. Me too, Sue. I thought it'd be good to make some 4th of July decor. So. Yes, me too. I loved making this. I loved cutting it on the Venture too. It was super satisfying. Because it could cut it all on like one mat. Basically each big section. I just had one mat and it did it all. Alright guys, I'll see you then. Everybody have a good week. Happy crafting, guys. Oh, and another thing. If you guys need... I don't have the link in the chat. But Cricut is 50% off. Like there's some materials and accessories at Michael's, but only online. I totally forgot to place an order when the 50% off ended. I was like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to place my order of this. And then I went to Michael's online today and I was like, oh my gosh, 50% online only. So that was perfect. All right, guys, I will see you next time.